To install WSL2, search Windows for turn Windows features on or off. Open up the menu and scroll down to the bottom. Look for Virtual Machine Platform and Windows Subsystem for Linux. Go ahead and enable them by ticking the boxes. Click on OK. It will change the settings and ask you to restart Windows. Be sure to enable virtualization in your BIOS. To install WSL2, go ahead and open PowerShell with administrator privileges. Use the WSL set default version command to set the WSL version to 2 before installing any distributions. Update WSL with WSL update. List the available distributions with WSL list online. I'll install Ubuntu LTS with the command WSL install distribution and the name of the distribution. This will open up a new command line for the distribution. Enter a username and confirm the password. You can close it by typing exit. Use the WSL list running command to see which distributions are active. The WSL list verbose command will also show the installed distributions and the current state. Use the WSL terminate command to shut down a specific virtual machine. If you want to shut down all your machines, use the WSL shutdown command. To start a specific machine, use the WSL distribution command and specify the distribution you want to start. It will take a second if the machine is offline. If you want to set a distribution as the default distribution, use the WSL set default command to do so. To access the Windows file system, change to the Mount C directory. In case you want to open the Windows File Explorer in the current directory, you can type explorer.exe. If you want to start a Linux shell in a specific Windows directory, you can hold down the Shift key and right click in your directory. This will bring up additional options and you can start a Linux shell from there. You can also do this with the command wsl cd as well. Put your directory in quotation marks. If you want to see a distribution's file system, you can open the user profile folder in Windows Explorer. Just put %user profile % into the path field. To get there, you need to view hidden folders. To show them, click on these 3 dots. At hidden files and folders, click on show hidden files, folders and drives. Go to the app data folder and browse to local, packages and canonical group limited. The file system of the distribution is in the local state folder. If you want to change the name of any distribution to your own, open the registry editor. Go to HK, current user, software, Microsoft, Windows, current version and LXSS. Each distribution will have its own unique ID. Check the value of the distribution name. You can modify it to your liking. Just be sure to shut down your machine beforehand. Once you've edited the name, check the output of the list command. If you have edited your default machine, you will need to set the default machine again using the WSL set default command. Just set it to the new name. If you start the default distribution again, that will work fine. To export any distribution, stop the machine using the shutdown or terminate command. I'll make a new folder on the C drive where I'll place the WSL machines. Use the list all command to print out the name of your machines. The WSL export command will export the machine. The first parameter is the current name of the machine. The second parameter is the name of the exported file. If you want a .vhdx file, use the VHD flag. The file will be exported into the directory where you execute the command. After the export, you can delete the distribution if you want to. Use the unregister command to do so. This will erase the distribution from your hard disk. To import the exported distribution, use the import command. The first parameter is the new name of the distribution. You can assign it whatever name you want. The second parameter is the file path where the distribution will be placed. The third parameter is the file name that you want to import. If it is a .vhdx file, you can append the VHD flag. The import will take a second. The import command must be executed in the directory where you store the file. You will see the file system of the distribution in the folder. If you want this to be a default distribution, just issue the set default command again with your custom name. If you start the distribution, you will be root. You can change a lot of settings about your distribution using the WSL config files. Both files change different settings, they do not override each other in any way. Be sure to look at the file extensions, as this is not a regular text file in the Windows sense. In Windows Explorer, click on View, Show and File Name Extensions. To change some general settings that will be applied to all machines, you can create a text document called .wslconfig in the user profile directory. Make sure to remove the .txt extension. Confirm the warning and right-click on the file. Click on Open With and Notepad. Start off with the string WSL2 in square brackets. I'm going to change the memory, processor and file size of the swap file. If you don't have a lot of RAM, increasing the size of the swap file will help a lot. Save the file, shut down all your WSL machines, wait a few seconds and then start them. Use the free command to see the amount of memory available and the size of the swap file. The htstop command will show you the cause. The wsl.conf file is in the etc directory. It changes the settings for this machine only. Just edit the wsl.conf file in the etc directory and reboot the machine afterwards. There are many small settings for both files. Search the internet for Microsoft WSL config and click on the Microsoft Learn site. It will explain all the possibilities for both files. Note that you can change the amount of memory or processor cores in the .wsl config file only. These settings will apply to all machines. Any settings in the .wsl config file can't be used in the wsl.conf file and vice versa. Bye.